I got stuck by a garbage truck earlier today. It smelled like dead animals, rotten baby diapers, vomit. I would rather get stuck inside that truck on the bottom of all of that and I only have a straw to breathe out of than to sit through this movie again for another 2.5 hours. Can you tell by now that I didn't like the movie? Welcome back, or welcome to John Armstrong Media, where I make videos about movies, science, and weird news. I don't know what this classifies as, about movies or freaking weird news. If you like what I do here today, please subscribe, like, and share, and please turn on the notifications. All right, where do we even begin? Let's get down to it. You know, I don't use profanity in my everyday life if I can help it, but I'm finding it really hard right now not to. No other way that I can describe this garbage than with profane language. Civilized speech cannot and should not be used to describe how awful this movie was. And then on top of all that, I went to see it in IMAX 3D. $18! I should have went to the NCG down the street and watched it in the Dolby Atmos Extreme Theater for $13. I promise you I would have felt $5 better. A portion of this review might not even be comprehensible because I'm pretty sure at some point I'm gonna just fly off into a tirade. This was hands down the worst movie that I have seen all year, and probably one of the worst movies that I have ever seen, ever. It was straight dumpster juice garbage. First of all, Michael Bay and Paramount totally okey-doked us and totally lied to us in the marketing as to what this movie was even about. It's as if they even themselves came to the conclusion that this sucks. This is going to suck. This storyline that we have is horrible. Let's just lie to them. Throughout this franchise, Michael Bay has repeatedly shown us that he knows nothing about storytelling. Yes, he knows things about, yes, he provides a good action movie, but that is not the most important ingredient. The action should serve the story. It shouldn't be where the story serves the action. And I don't want to hear anything about what he's done in the past or what was good. Oh, this movie, so-and-so. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Transformers The Last Night and my $18. I was so hopeful going into this movie. So hopeful. He even got me with the first 15-20 seconds with the action that was going on. I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be great. I don't know what those critics were talking about. And then the dialogue started. Merlin started talking. I was like, oh my goodness. Are we already starting with the stupid jokes in very serious conditions? The people in front of me and behind me probably thought I was going into labor or something, because I was like, oh. This is Michael Bay at his best, and he has learned nothing from the debacles that were the second through fourth movie. He either hasn't learned anything or he just doesn't care. I'm leaning toward the fact that he just doesn't care. Listen, the end of the world at the hand of robotic beings that are the size of buildings and have the capacity of destroying all of mankind, it's not a funny subject. Why does he continue to try to make this some sort of comedy with these 12-year-old jokes? This is not Comic View or Comedy Hour. Why does he continue to fill it with this nonsense? It was just a non-stop verbal assault of corny joke after corny joke. It's the end of the world. It's not funny. Now, this is spoiler free, so I'm not going to go into the details here, but I'm going to tell you this. If you love Optimus Prime and you came to this movie to see Optimus Prime, you are going to be sorely disappointed. And this is no exaggeration. Optimus Prime's screen time, where he's actually on screen being an active part of the story, it might be 15 minutes. And that's no exaggeration, where we actually see him. 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops, and that is probably way too much of a stretch. As a matter of fact, the actual screen time that any Transformer gets is very little. Are you kidding me? A movie called Transformers is about mostly the petty peon humans? Really? Do you think that's what I paid $18 to go to IMAX to see? And that's another thing. All of this advertisement about filmed with IMAX cameras and IMAX this, IMAX that, totally unnecessary. There was no part of that movie or experience where IMAX was necessary, or I felt like, man, I am so glad I paid more money to see this in IMAX. There was not one scene. Well, I take that back. Like I said, the first 10 to 15 seconds with when we started the battle, 15 to 20 seconds were probably useful for IMAX. The rest, garbage. Straight, unadulterated garbage. You know how when you go to the IMAX theater and they have that countdown, the 10, 9, 8, and it's right in your face, and the thing is spinning around the IMAX sign? That was the most usage out of the IMAX 3D that there is. Ooh, I'm not done yet. The actual Transformers were just supporting cast members to their human counterparts. I'm not joking. I won't go into detail, but some of the Autobots that we saw in the last movie that we did not get to see a whole lot of, they were in this movie, but we still did not get to see a whole lot of them, and we definitely did not get to see them in action. Nor did they transform. I just thought about that. Not all of the players in terms of the robots in this movie, not all of them even transform. They even had a particular bot that they actually got in and rode in, and they only said oh, it must be a transformer. But the thing never transformed. It stayed in its vehicle form. So was it really a transformer? I'm not done yet. This plot is so dumb and pointless. And I mean, you all of the humans that are in it, you don't even need them. You probably could use maybe 3 of them if you kept the same plot, but they literally have no point in the movie. I am so happy that these people got a chance to get the name out there if they weren't known, or get their name bigger, or get a piece of that Hollywood franchise money. I'm happy for you. Good. But I can't tell you what any of them actually did in the movie, or what their purpose was. Maybe some silly one-liners. Babe, can I get in on the action? I want to check. I have no acting skills whatsoever either. I'm perfect. And on top of that, the movie completely insults its own intelligence by offering us the exact plot point as Dark of the Moon. I mean, the exact same thing. Just insert character here, take character out. The exact plot of Dark of the Moon. Oh my goodness. And worst of all, wait till you find out who the last knight is. Like I said before, I don't use profanity, nor am I somebody that talks in the movie, but when they revealed who the last knight was and how they revealed it, I almost broke both of those rules. At that very moment, I wish I had a superpower to call animals, and well, there are no monkeys or apes around here, but if there were some monkeys or apes around here, I just wish I could summon them all at once and just have them take a hot fresh, steaming hot poop and just throw it at the screen. That's all I wanted to happen at that very moment. Wait a minute. I need a minute. All right. Hold on. I'm coming. It's just a movie. It's just a movie. You don't have to get this worked up. Where were we? When you find out who the last knight is, if you're one of those people who is like, oh my God, I didn't see that coming. That was so great. I love that point. You need to have your movie taking privileges taken from you. You need to send me all of your money because I got some beachfront property to sell you. I got some air to sell you. Give me all of your money if you think that was a good plot point or you were excited or happy about it. So mad right now? Woo, $18. Seriously, if you thought that plot point was good, we need to institute the purge right now. And I'm coming. Franchises are in vogue right now, and they're all the rage. I feel like Lucasfilm and Marvel Disney, I feel like they care about what they put out there. Make no mistake, the bottom line is what comes first. They care about the money first and foremost, but I do feel as if they care about their fans and whether we actually enjoy the product that they're selling us. With the deceiving marketing and the garbage that they put on screen, I don't feel that Michael Bay and the powers that be actually care if we enjoy the movie or not. I don't think they care at all. I think first and foremost, for them, a payday is all that matters. Because they know, listen, we can hate on this movie all we want. It's still gonna make bank. And I'm gonna tell you why. Even if it does not do well here, and it will do well here to a certain extent until word of mouth gets out there. even if it does not do well here, it's gonna clean up in China and other places in the world. It will make its money back. And that is why Michael Bay keeps coming back, because we keep going. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, if he's behind the helm, if he's behind the wheel for any more of them, this is supposed to be his last one, I'm not going. But if it's anybody else, hey, I'll be there. It's Transformers. I've been watching this. My kids are 2 years old and 6 years old. I was watching Transformers when I was their age. And from them to go from the little 2D or the little rinky-dink cartoon to what we see now, it's amazing. I have to see it on screen. But to watch them be turned into caricatures and pretty much freaking Jar Jar Binks, it's freaking hurtful. I know that's a pretty strong comparison, but for me, that's what it is. You have taken these characters that I have loved since I could barely speak, and you have turned them into Jar Jar Binks. Sir Anthony Hopkins, why are you in this movie? You don't need the paycheck. I mean, I don't know your pockets, maybe you do, but as me outside looking in, you don't need the paycheck. You're one of the most revered actors to have ever walked across a movie screen. Why are you in this movie? You are even annoying with these stupid one-liners. That's not you, man. That's not you. You stepped in poop that has more substance than this movie. Listen, I'm Joe Blow Nobody, but don't do this again, okay? Now, they're supposed to be coming out with a Bumblebee movie that's set in the 80s. Yet again, we're gonna get another movie with the Transformers, with probably little to no Transformers and a lot of nobody humans. What can you do? They made a point of setting up that movie throughout the course of this movie. Why not make sure that this movie is actually watchable and something that can be enjoyed? Even if I can't enjoy it, at least let me be able to stomach it. Don't give me a physical reaction to where I'm sick in the theater and I'm about to come outside myself and be somebody else and act a pure fool in the theater and throw stuff at the theater and call monkeys in to throw poop at the theater. At least make the movie watchable. You know what? I'm not wasting no more time on this. This is the second time that I recorded this. I had some technical difficulties earlier, so I'm giving even more life to this awful movie. I'm gonna end it right there. If you enjoyed this review, this non-spoiler review, please subscribe, like, and share, and please turn on the notifications because I make new videos every week. I am John Armstrong Media, and I approve this message, but do not go see this movie.